Live from the space study, take 8. Take 8. Space Pupil is, I was basically homeless. I had an epiphany.
Life.
It could
Woke up
change
from a dream.
the world.
Started writing.
I'm inspired to write.
By a car.
Where's this coming from?
People uplifting people in life.
It was like, yo, I'm freaking out. I got this crazy idea. Well, I mean, Space Pupil is basically, it's the extension of an original idea, which is Pupil, an idea to help unify the community. Sick artists, sick skaters, sick musicians, trying to recognize and cultivate the positive aspects of what was happening. Basically, Pupil at that point in Milwaukee was a community networking organization. We would do shows, bands, DJs, and we would do art shows, and we would do skate jams. We had petition signings to, create awareness that we needed a place to skate. So this was all post the turf closing down. My history is I grew up skating in Milwaukee, skating the turf when it opened. I had already skated for about 4 years before the turf opened. It was like a mecca of skateboarding at the time. I had actually already turned pro in '92 for this company called Good Times, and then I ended up skating for Beer City.
I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Short story long, I ended up on probation after the Good Times tour. So, that's another story. I was basically homeless at the time. I had an epiphany. Woke up from a dream. This night I woke up by the stars and just started writing in this motherfucker. Going in, man, I kind of stayed in this state, for a week straight almost. I didn't sleep that much. After a week I got the homies together, kind of had a little meeting. It was like, yo, I'm freaking out. I got this crazy idea. Can you guys help me understand it? I feel like it could change my life. It could change the world if it had a name, to try to better understand it. One night I was getting a ride home from my buddy, John. I was getting on the back of his scooter and I just was like, Pupil. People uplifting people in life. It just came out of me, I was like, and then John turns around, he looks at me, he just nods his head, and he was like my best buddy at the time. He's a super dope artist. And he was like, yeah, and it was on from there. At that point, I just got supremely inspired, That was kind of the inception, the genesis of Pupil. Oh, this vision has a name, and it's like, it kind of put me in motion, It kind of gave me a purpose. Once I put a name to it, how do I share this with the world? My uncle, who's a huge supporter, I spoke to him, and he would help me out, help me get an apartment, get enrolled in school. I had a 2-year program. I went full-time for 4 years because I was kind of doing my own program, things that I needed to know or learn about communicating the Pupil idea. What's up, little homie? That's the little homie right there. He's the mascot of the space study. He pretty much is the vibe man. He's living up to his name. He's going low right here. He's kind of low dogging a little bit. Yeah, buddy. He's cool, man. I love that guy. So I started going to school for marketing communications to understand how to present an idea. That was a big inspiration and actually allowed me to retain the information pretty well because I was applying it directly to something that I was doing. It was cool. I was on probation for 3. I stuck around for 4 because I wanted to finish school. As I was finishing school, I got hit by a car. I got flipped over the car and had to get knee surgery. So that was a pretty heavy hit, you know. I basically had about a year recovery and then finished school and moved to California to pursue skateboarding. Post-turf, we didn't have any spots in Milwaukee, so it was like Sam and Darren had moved to California because Creature had just jumped back off and they were pursuing skating, and that's what I always wanted to do. I'm recovering, I'm like getting done with school, the homies are already out in California. I'm like, I gotta go for it, you know. I love Pupil, I love what we're doing here, I believe in it 100%, but I owe it to myself to make a go at skating. A couple days after I finished school, like I packed up my little Civic. My homie Skills came out with me. We drove out. I told, you know, my friends and everyone that was involved with Pupil, hey man, you know, you guys, I'm not abandoning Pupil. I'm going to pursue a bigger idea, skateboard, you know, and I need to refresh myself with life and get back to me so I have the energy to do Pupil. Anything that I gain or anything that I benefit from pursuing professional skateboarding, working in the industry, whatever, I'm going to return that back to Pupil. So in full circle, it's like when I look at it now, all the stuff that I've done since then has kind of been in preparation for this moment.